Now moving on to the next section of our application, we're going to be installing React. React is a front-end JavaScript library that aims to make building user interfaces seamless. It does this by allowing developers to create reusable components that can be used throughout the React application. Before we install React, we need to install Node.js. Node.js is a JavaScript runtime environment. Node.js allows developers to use JavaScript to write command line tools, as well as for server-side rendering. And in this Node.js package, we'll be getting npm, which is the Node Package Manager. And that's what we're going to use to configure our React application. So to start off, go to nodejs.com. To start off, go to nodejs.org. Now click Get Node.js. And we're going to be using the Windows installer. At the top here, we can check the version. We want to install LTS. Now click Windows Install if you're using Windows. And you should see it finish installing right up here. Now go to your folders and your download folder. Click Next. Click I accept. Next once more. Next. Tick the box and click Next. Now click Install. Now click Finish. And let's close this window. Click your Windows button and search for command prompt. Now type node-v. This v flag is used to check the version. You should see we have version 22.17.1. Now check the version of npm we have installed. And you should see 10.9.2. You can close this window now. So this is the old version of our project. We're not going to be using this anymore. We'll recreate all of this within our React application. Don't worry about this for now. Go back to your desktop. Now we want to create a new folder called React Portfolio. And remember, we need to take our images from this folder and add it to our new project. So open both folders side by side. So on the left we have the folder of our old project, and on the right you should see the new folder with our empty project. Drag and drop this public file. Drag and drop this public folder into the new folder. Now close our old folder and double check to make sure that all our assets are here. You should see 5 files. 1 MP4, which is our video file, and 4 .png files, which are image files. Now close this. Open Visual Studio Code. and you should see a new window here. If you don't see a new window, click on File and click New Window. Now on the desktop, drag and drop our new folder, React Portfolio. Now there are two methods to create a React application. The first method is to use create React app, and the second one, which is the one that we'll be using, is to create a React application with Vite. So to do this, open your console in VS Code. To do that, press Ctrl and the backtick key. The backtick key is the key next to the 1 on your keyboard. Or you could also open the console by clicking on View and clicking on Terminal. Now run this command to create our Vite application. npm create Vite at latest and the name of our project, which is portfolio. Then click enter. Now if these frameworks don't show up, make sure you increase the size of your terminal like this. Then go down to React and click enter. Then JavaScript, enter. Now we need to change directory into our portfolio folder. npm install and wait for the packages to finish installing. Then run this command, npm run dev. Press Ctrl on your keyboard and click the link. You should see this website open now. Let's go back to VS Code. And you'll see in this portfolio directory, we have the Vite project that's been created with our node modules. Alright, moving on. You should see we have two public folders, one directly under node modules and the second one at the bottom of our directory. So open both of these folders. Now we need to move all the assets in this bottom folder into our top public folder. So just drag and drop them into the public folder. Once this bottom public folder is empty, click the delete button. Then open your source directory, which is this src. Open this assets folder and there should be a react.svg. Click on this file and delete it. Then click on your assets folder that should be empty now and delete it. Now click on this vite.svg inside your public folder. Now delete this one as well. Now go to your index.html file. Look for this title that says Vite plus React. Remove this and put portfolio. And then we're going to remove this link right here. Now open source, open your app.jsx, and we can remove everything right here. Remove this const count, and then remove these two imports. Next, open your app.css and remove everything. and remove everything, and then delete it. Now we should have our main.jsx, index.css, and app.jsx. Just make sure you remove this import app.css as well. Now we'll set up Tailwind CSS. Tailwind CSS is a utilities first CSS framework. It provides developers with predefined classes that can be used to style components in a simple and time-efficient manner. Learning Tailwind CSS will come with a small learning curve, but once the developers get used to it, its benefits are felt immediately. So we'll start off, press Ctrl+C on your keyboard while in terminal. Expand the terminal a little bit. Now enter this command, npm install tailwind css at tailwind css/vite. Right, now that that's done, we just need to open our vite.config.js. And then once you're here, we need to import tailwind css from at tailwind css/vite. Then go to your plugins and add Tailwind CSS after React. Make sure there's a comma separating React and Tailwind CSS. Then in our index.css file, remove all the code that's here. And simply enter at import Tailwind CSS. Once all of this is done, you can press CLS in your terminal to remove everything. Then type out npm run dev. Now in Chrome, you should see that we have one empty project right here. Now we need to add our portfolio back. So here's our design for reference. And we're just going to rebuild this again. I'll go a little bit faster this time since we've done it before already. So to start off, create a new folder. Call this folder components. Then create a new file. Call this file header.jsx. Then add another file. Call this file body.jsx. And then we'll add one more file for now. Call this file footer.jsx. Now starting in the header, create a function. Once the function has been created, at the bottom of your page, export this function. Now in this return tag, we're going to add two tags like this. These are called fragments. Fragments will allow us to place multiple elements inside this tag. If you are trying to improve your coding skills and learn how to build apps on your own, check out dayoneprogrammer.com for learning web development and mobile development. Get all the YouTube episodes in advance, plus some exclusive projects. You will also get all the learning resources for building the mobile versions of all the apps. The first 5,000 people to use the link below this video to subscribe to dayoneprogrammer.com will get 50% off their subscription for life.